Where are you from originally?
I'm from China.
Born and raised?
Yeah.
Do they have the same educational system there as we have here? Like you go to first and eighth grade and then high school and all of that?
Yeah, it's about the same, similar. Yeah.
In grade school, did you have a favorite subject?
I don't. I was really bad student. I didn't pay attention to any class.
In high school, were you popular with the boys?
I was flirting with the boys, yes.
Were you a loner? Were you a geek? Were you a nerd in high school? Or did you just want to do your own thing?
I don't know. I definitely not a nerd. Yeah, I'm the one that always like jumping around, like having fun. Yeah.
Were you taking a lot of selfies of yourself and giving them their boyfriends or boys?
I don't take a lot of selfies at the time.
Right.
Yeah. So, but
Okay.
I text with the boys. Yeah.
Did you get a reputation for that?
What's reputation?
Um, People say you're doing something. Oh, she's doing, I don't want to say bad, but it's like, oh, she's a girl that's having a lot of sex, let's say. Other girls are mad or jealous, or does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you. But no, no.
Okay. You remember the first time you saw something adult related, a magazine, a movie, anything?
Yes, I think it's in my parents' drawer.
When you saw that material, did the thought ever cross your mind that I could do that?
No, I was just think, oh my God, I'm so horny. It got me so hot, like I'm getting wet. When I first see those things, I would sneak around because at the time it's DVD. My parents had a DVD,
Right.
and then I would sneak around when they're not home. I will put in my like computer and watch it.
And did you know what sex was and all that when you watched it?
Um, I don't know, or I kind of know. I think that's like a pleasure. You feel good because I was rubbing myself and I was feel good.
Did you go to your high school prom?
No, we don't have a prom in China.
Okay. You finish high school, then do you get a job? Where do you go from there?
So we have like my parents sent me to boarding school. We have like subject you can choose. So I choose a dance. I was like not professionally, but just like dancing. We have a dancing class. So I did that, and once a while we would go to events to dance, and that would be my first job. Like nothing sexy, like Chinese traditional kind of dance.
And did you do any modeling or anything at that point? Had you done any modeling before you got in this
No,
industry?
no, no modeling, just dancing, not in the industry, not at all. Because in China, porn is banned.
Is it looked upon as being bad, or is it just banned by the government?
It just banned by the government, like they not allow you to watch, but people still watch it because if you have like a VPN.
So was it a turn on for you that it was almost naughty to watch it?
Yeah.
How do you make the transition then? I believe you go to Nebraska, you go to school? Did you go to New York first?
Yes, so I'm sorry, so I went to Nebraska. My parents sent me to Nebraska for college, and so I arrived at school like 1 month before the college starts, because
Right,
that's them for international students. You have
right.
to have English program before the college starts.
Was it a big culture shock for you when you went to Nebraska?
Yes, because China is kind of like a well-developed country, like where I live. It's kind of well-developed. It's all tall buildings, like LED screen. It's all nice. When
Right,
I just Nebraska, I was like, am I in the right place?
right.
It's kind of like a different, very countryside-ish style. Yeah, it's very different. And I stayed for like a month for language. I just can't do it. So I bought myself a ticket to New York.
Within that month, did you live the college lifestyle, the parties, the sex, the whole bit?
No, no parties. I barely make any friends because every day I remember I was just so sad being in Nebraska.
Why did you choose New York? Had you seen something on TV about it? I mean, the Big Apple.
Yeah, so New York is, I know New York is like world famous state in America, that a lot of Asians, like a lot of diversity.
Right,
So if I go to, I was debating New York and Los Angeles, but at the time I don't have money to buy a car to survive in Los Angeles. So I moved to New York. Yeah, it's a lot easier. They have a transportations and a lot of like Chinese community is kind of big. So it's easier for me to step in and start a
your
life.
family reaction to you saying you want to leave college and go to New York, did they freak out?
Yeah, they was so mad. My mom didn't send me any money because she wanted me to go back to China.
uh, what type of jobs did you first get when you got to New York?
Okay, so my first job was in Starbucks.
Okay,
Yeah, but it's not really a job. I got fired after one day because I keep making the wrong drink.
I got fired from something else too. I know the feeling, trust me. But okay, after Starbucks, then what do you do?
I found a job in a spa. It's a beauty salon.
Right,
So it's supposed to be a beauty salon. So the boss hired me to give a woman massage.
right.
So
But
after you get a massage, and then she doesn't have a lot of like a female client want a massage after the facial. So I would go downstairs, like in Manhattan on the street. I would give out business cards, like handing out business
right,
card, men's, if they want to get a massage from me. At the time, I didn't know what to expect, what men want. I really just thought it's only massage.
right.
Yeah. And then men started coming in the second week, and then they started to asking like more and more. They want to happy endings.
Yes. Did that surprise you? Did that scare you? Did that shock you?
Well, I don't say it's a scare. I was like, should I do this? Is this right? I didn't think about it's illegal or anything. I just
Right.
think I'm not sure if I can do this. So they offered me big tip. I was like, yeah, why not? If I have a tip.
And was it a turn on for you to give a stranger a happy ending?
It's definitely something different, you know? Yeah. I didn't see a lot of dick when I'm back in China or in school. So it's definitely a turn on when I see dicks all day long. Yeah.
How long do you do that for?
Um, like good about a year.
You quit, you got fired,
Yeah, I got fired.
you wouldn't give the manager a happy ending, or like what happened?
No, because the boss lady found out what I do.
Well, she should have been happy because you made the place more money.
Yeah, that's true, but I guess she don't want anything illegal. So
Ah, okay.
I was giving people like happy ending, and she walked in on me.
How do you make the transition then to the adult business?
So yeah, so I had a good few years for that, and
Right,
then I wanted to do something better for myself. So I got a real estate license
right,
in I wanted to start like selling houses, renting apartments in New
right.
York City, because the housing and everything it's in big demand. So I started that, but I didn't sell anything. Like for a year, I didn't sell anything. I didn't rent anything. So I went back to do what I do best.
Okay, and how do you eventually get into the adult industry?
Yeah. So one of the clients of mine told me that oh, I should start an OnlyFans. I could just selling like naked photos for money. It's extra income. Why not? So I started doing that. And then started posting on Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans, everything running so smoothly. So Vixen, the porn company Vixen,
Yes.
Michael Moss.
I know Michael very well. Yes.
Yeah, he scouted me. He emailed me. He actually texted me on Twitter. He said, we wanted to shoot you. At the beginning, I thought it was a scam. I was like, you? No way. You wanted to reach out to me? Yeah, so we scheduled a Zoom call for a couple of times. It was never a 10. I was like, yeah, you're trying to scam me.
Right.
Yeah, but eventually we did a Zoom call and, like he talked to everything. I even Googled him and everything's legit. So that's how I started shooting my first ever porn shoot with a Vixen, Tushy.
Was that a turn on for you having sex on film? Let me rephrase that. At what point when you go to shoot your movie, does it hit you that you're getting ready to shoot a porn movie? When you get there, when you start filming?
So before I go, I was pretty nervous.
Right.
And I'm scared I'm gonna fuck it up. I even told the makeup artist, this is my first time ever shooting a porn scene. I'm afraid I'm gonna fuck it up. But she said, it's okay, you'll be fine. And it is fine. Because the scene partner, I think my first scene was with Mick Blue. He was he made me calm down and relax. So I think the first scene was pretty good for my first time, but if I could do it again, I could do better.
Is it a turn on for you knowing people will pleasure themselves watching you have sex?
Yeah, definitely.
And right now, do you do the business for the attention or for the money?
To be honest, for the money.
Good for you. Good for you. Okay,
Thank you.
you shoot one movie, do you immediately start shooting a lot, or do you maybe take some time off and decide whether you want to keep doing this?
So I only shot 5 videos with Vixen on the first trip to LA. After that, I was self-booking because Michael Masi just reached out.
Right.
And then after that, I haven't shot nothing at all until one of my friends. Actually, it's Mike's girlfriend, Vicky.
Yeah, Vicky Chase, yeah.
Yeah, Vicky Chase. Yeah, she recommended me to the agent Ryan in Motley. So that's how I signed with Motley. Then from that day, I started shooting constantly.
Was that what you wanted, or was that just the way it worked out?
Oh yeah, it works perfectly. Yeah.
So then at that point, are you still doing it for the money, or are you doing it for the sex too? Because you seem like you like sex a lot.
I'm doing for both.
And what can you tell people about Motley Models?
Motley is great. They have like once a month, they have an event going on. Like all the models get together to the Motley house. We have a food, we have a drink, we can chat with Dave and tell him that how the shoot been going, how we wanted it, and what we trying to achieve. And also he will like call us once a while asking us, like, oh, what's your goal for this year? We're gonna achieve your goal. Yeah, I love Molly's. I think my agent Ryan, he's pretty good, and Dave, he's really nice, and all the girls, they're so sweet.
Before you got in the business, had you had any preconceived notions about the adult entertainment industry?
I did. I heard people doing drugs on set, like alcoholic. I even heard that girls getting feed drugs. That's how they just keep performing. But I was never scared to join because I don't do drugs or anything. Like
Right.
even alcohol just so like for socially.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I wasn't scared. I wasn't jumping into my head that I'm going to get free drugs. I don't know.
Right.
I'm just wanted to having sex and enjoying myself. Yeah.
Well, you kind of just touched on it, but for you, what's the reality of this business versus what people think it is?
Okay, so it's really legit. The whole business is so legit. All the paperwork, people on like all the crew on set, there everybody's so sweet. I have never had even one bad experience. They always so sweet. Oh, do you need anything? Do you need water? Do you need food? Do you need anything? And obviously there's no drug allowed on set and no alcohol allowed either. So yeah, I love shooting and I'm gonna continue shooting.
At this point in your life, is this a career for you? Do you want it to become a career, or is it just like something you're going to do for 6 months and leave?
I don't know. I am living on a day-to-day life, but I love what I do for now. I would love to become like a career if I could go for long term.
Tell me about your OnlyFans.
I got banned at one point because I was fucking a beer bottle.
Okay. Oh, I know. Okay. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, so I was Skyping with my fans, like getting personal,
Right,
chat.
right,
I was fucking some of my fans.
right.
I was fucking public. So all of above got me banned on OnlyFans. So my OnlyFans got taken down for about good like 10 months.
And all the stuff you just mentioned, sex in public and having sex with your fans, is that a turn on for you, or is that just business?
Oh, I love it. It's a turn on, especially fucking public.
For you, is it turn on there that you might get caught or people are watching?
Um, it's a turn on that you might get caught.
Do you know what a badge bunny is?
I don't.
For sake of discussion, you're having sex in public, in a car, let's say. A policeman walks up and catches you. A badge bunny works it out with the cop to let her go.
Okay.
So she would have sex with the cop if he would let her go.
Okay. I would
Would that
love
be some?
that. Yeah.
So you would do that, no problem.
No problem. I'm not sure if a couple will like fuck me.
Stop.
So
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So there's a story when I used to live in New York. I was had a like a night we had a night party, like a few of us like
Right.
going to New Jersey. There's a town called Hoboken.
Know it. Okay.
Yeah, Hoboken. We were there like in one of the clubs, like clubbing, dancing, drinking. So it's at 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And all my friends are like, we're ready to leave the club and go home. So I couldn't find my friends. I was yelling on the street and I was yelling on the street, yelling at their names. Nothing like nothing else, just yelling
Right.
to looking for them. And the police car just put up and arrested me because I was disturbing the peace.
Public disturbance. Okay.
Yeah, so I was trying to fuck my way out of that. I was trying to flirting with the police officer. I was being flirty. I was trying to squeeze my tits together and show the cleavage. But I don't know why that police officer just like, he said, you need to drink more water. I guess he don't want to fuck me.
Maybe he wasn't into girls.
Yeah, maybe yeah.
How much different are you than the people see in the movies? How much of this is an act?
I would say definitely I have more energy on set. Well, I still have energy like during day-to-day life. I'm happy to meet my friends. but I guess I have a more energy because I'm seeing my scene partners and knowing I'm about to get fucked. I'm just like excited. Yeah.
Your OnlyFans is active right now, right?
Yeah, it is.
What is their handle?
At Nicole Doshi
How often do you update and do all that stuff?
every day.
Uh, you have social media. Are you on Twitter, Instagram, and all that?
Yeah.
What are your handles?
My Twitter is at Nicole Doshi. My Instagram is at the real Nicole Doshi.
When you shoot material for OnlyFans, is this stuff you want to do or stuff you think will sell?
I think both ways. I just wanted to have a sex, getting fucked, meeting people, no matter what. But sometimes you have to get in your mind, like, okay, you're having sex, but maybe you could do a little role play to add a little spicy, you know? Yeah, I think both.
And how much feedback from your fans from social media comes into when you shoot for OnlyFans?
I'm sorry.
How much feedback? I see you on Twitter and I say, you're beautiful. I'd like to see more stuff with your feet. Would that affect, would you maybe shoot more stuff with your feet because you read that?
I would definitely do more stuff with my feet, yes.
Okay.
Because my fans, if my fan requests, I have to do something for them.
Are you still shooting stuff with your fans now?
No.
Is that a business decision or just something you don't want to do?
With my fans, I would fuck them, yeah, but I would fuck them and film it for my own personal use, but I wouldn't put it on a platform to get me in trouble anymore.
Do you have any celebrity crushes?
Oh, celebrity crushes. Peter Parker.
What would you do to Peter Parker if you could?
Um, I would tie him up and ride him.
So you're a dominant woman then? Or you submissive?
No, I don't. I'm more submissive, but you know Peter Parker in the movies, he just
Right.
do his tie people up, but I felt like he needed to get tied down too.
What could he do to you?
He can do anything to me, anything he wants.
You've been in the business for how long at this point?
Since October.
What you expected, what you didn't, better, worse?
It's good. I think I could do better.
Do you want to win awards or anything? Does that stuff matter to you?
Yeah, eventually, yeah, of course I want one.
When it comes to working with people, do you have a preference to working with established performers or do you just like working?
Of course I like to work with established performer. Yeah.
And you mentioned you started with Vixen, which is like starting at the top.
I know.
So do you have a preference then to working with Vixen as opposed to maybe working with, I don't want to pick on anybody, but another company, let's say?
I know I started with Vixen. They're really big. Their stuff is so beautiful, but I wouldn't mind shooting with the small companies either. Yeah. Cause it's like all to me right now, it's all experience.
Right. So for you, does it have to be a big production or do you just like the sex aspect?
No, I just like to sex.
And from being in this business, do you still like sex or is it just a job now?
No, I love sex.
Do you have a mini-biz?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Miniviz. Yeah, I'm posting video on there and I sell my videos.
Are they different than the OnlyFans videos?
It's basically the same video, but that platform is more focused on just selling videos.
Do you do crazier stuff there as opposed to maybe stuff you can't do on OnlyFans?
Yeah, I post the stuff like public stuff on there because OnlyFans not allow gay pain, not allow public stuff. So yeah, I all post them on Miniviz.
And your handle is?
Nicole Doshi.
Okay. How did you come up with your stage name?
Oh, okay. So Nicole is my real name. Doshi, I remember when I first started getting into this business, one of the photographers says, oh, you need to come up with the last name, follows Nicole, so people knows that's you, not just Nicole, because there's a billions of Nicole out there. So I said, okay, but I don't want to choose like a random name or like white girl's last name. That doesn't sound unique and that doesn't sound like me. So the photographer just asked me two questions. What's your favorite food and what's your favorite animals? So I like to eat sushi and my favorite animal is dog. So I put them together is dog and sushi. So it's Doshi.
Good for you.